afternoon, everyone. Today's topic Poaceae. Poaceae is a monocotyledon family, which is the old name as Gramineaceae, and it is also known as grass family and cereals family. So now I am going to describe the entire family, floral characters, vegetative characters, and distribution of the Poaceae in entire world. So coming to the classification, Poaceae belongs to phanerogams, means flowering plants, but it comes under division monocots. Monocots are the second group or advanced group of angiosperms, and the class is monocot or division. The series Coronariae, and the family is Poaceae. Now coming to the habit, they are herbs. Maximum members of the Poaceae are herbs, and they are annuals. We know that everyone, number of cereals, what we are eating in our daily life, rice, wheat, jowar, bajra, whatever, everyone knows about. They are annuals. It means 1 year lifespan plants are called annuals. Some are perennial. Some are survive more than 2 years. Some are there perennials, and shrubs also we will find out in some. So sometimes trees like Poaceae members also visible in this family. One is bambusa and the other one is dendrocalamus. These are trees like, but majority are herbs and few are shrubs. Now coming to the next, before start the family vegetative characters. Here coming to this grass family, commonly called as a grass family. Old name is Poaceae and the new name, old name is Gramineaceae and the new name is Poaceae. Now, cereals and grasses, 25% of vegetation is there, and 600 genera and 8,500 species are represented in this family. And some popular and common plants names I am telling: wheat, Goduma, wheat, Triticum vulgare. The scientific name of wheat is Triticum vulgare. And the major crop of India, rice, also belongs to this family. The scientific name is Oryza sativa. And the third one is barley. Everyone knows it nowadays. The great millets, instead of great millets, minor millets or pearl millets are using nowadays according to the health issues. Rice, after the rice, barley. Barley scientific name is Hordeum vulgare. And oats. This oats also using nowadays more. It become very commercial product, and which is using more than rice and wheat. That is oat, Avena sativa. And the millets. Millet means Pennisetum typhoidum. And summer grass, Cynodon dactyolon. And winter grass, Pova annua. So these are the some popular things which are comes under this Poaceae members. Even Shakaram officinarum also. Sugarcane also belongs to this family. And other than that, we will find out several jowar, bajra. These are all comes under this family. Now coming to the vegetative characters. The vegetative characters means 3 parts comes under vegetative characters. And these 3 parts means root, stem and leaf. If we see the root, it is a monocotyledon family. The root is adventitious. So fibrous and bunched group of roots arise from the base of the stem, and adventitious it is known as fibrous, and it is branched and fascicled or stilt root. Giames means mokkajonna, mokkabutta. Here we will find out one important thing we have to remember. In giames, stilt roots are present. Stilt roots are nothing but which are vertically grow, and giames grow in marshy soils. So it will give some mechanical support, should not fall the tree in the mud. Hence, the stilt roots are slantly present and give the support, and it give anchorage to grow in the mud soils. Such a type of roots are called stilt roots. So that is also one kind of a group of roots or a bunch of roots are arise from the stem. And here coming to important thing, stem is underground modified rhizome. Rhizome means which is horizontally prostrate on the soil surface. So underground rhizome in all perennials and grasses also. Cylindrical means it should be like a cylindrical. Culm. Culm means it is hollow and conspicuous nodes and internodes are present. So coming to the stem, it is underground rhizome in all perennials and grasses. The shape of the stem is not stouty or not a rectangular or square. It is a cylindrical. Now nodes and internodes are very inconspicuous. Now coming to the internodes, they are hollow. Hollow means nothing inside that, empty. Herbaceous or woody. Herbaceous means soft and smooth, woody. Some cases we will find out woody type stems also. Glabrous. Glabrous means the surface is not smooth texture. Or glaucous means like little bit hairy and roughed. And vegetative shoots arise from the base of aerial stem or from underground stem. They are called tillers. Now coming to, this is the important thing in the Poaceae family, vegetative roots, vegetative shoots which are arise from the base of the aerial stem or from the underground stem, they are called tillers. So here root is adventitious or fibrous because of the monocotyledon, and stilt roots are present in diameis. Coming to the stem, it is a modified rhizome, and this rhizome is not having a conspicuous nodes and having conspicuous nodes and internodes means clearly demarcated nodes and internodes. Now coming to the leaves. The third whorl aerial part of the plant is leaf. Leaves are nothing but which do the photosynthesis. And here coming to the Poaceae, almost all the members are, the leaves are alternate in phyllotaxy and they are simple, disticus and exstipulate, sessile, ligulate, leaf base forming tubular sheath surrounding the internode incompletely. Ligule is present at the junction of the lamina and sheath, and the leaf is entire and hairy, linear and parallel venation. Very important thing we have to know about the leaves. Leaves are alternate, that is common feature. Parallel venation is the one differ from the dicots to monocots, and here the leaf is elongated, very big in size, and it is enroll the leaf nodal region. The leaf base form a tubular sheath and it surround the internode. And when we touch any monocotyledon or any grass or wheat or rice plants, if we go to any fields or crops in villages, we can easily find out this character. While removing the leaf base is enroll or cover the internodal region. So with a small thin sheath, it will be separate. When we tearing the leaf, we will find out a small thin leaf base also come out. That is nothing but a internodal leafy sheath leafy base, and the leaves are entire and hairy. Now these are the three vegetative characters we will find out in the leaf of the Poaceae family. Now coming to the floral characters, which is most important to the family. Floral characters are help for the description of the family, and floral characters are taken for the consideration of classification by the Bentham-Hooker system of classification. Now coming to the Poaceae, which is a monocotyledon, which is a grass family, which is also includes bamboos, which is normally used for the paper making industry. So these are all comes under, and it is the largest family among all the families, and the leaves are okay. The leaves, stem, root, and this is okay. Now coming to the floral characters here. Inflorescence. Look at the picture and we will find out inflorescence. Inflorescence is nothing but What we are seeing in the diagram, this is the compound spike. Very clearly we will find when we are traveling on the roads, if the roadside some crops or fields are available, generally outskirts of the villages and rural areas, people cultivate the rice, wheat, jowar, sugarcane type, such a type of crops. So we will find out the spikes. This is a spikelet. It is a flowering plant and the inflorescence is compound spike, which may be sessile or stalked. Each unit of inflorescence is a spikelet. This is a spikelet. This is a spikelet. This is a spikelet. The spikelets are arranged in various ways on the main axis is called rachilla. So this is the rachilla. Here, the center part is called rachilla. Okay. A compound inflorescence may be spike or spikelet. In Triticum, it is spikelet. In Avena sativa, it is a panicle of spikelet. The spikelet consists of a short axis called rachilla. Rachilla is nothing but inflorescence central axis called rachilla. This one is rachilla. This is the rachilla. It is an inflorescence central axis where all the spikelets are arranged on it. So it is rachilla on which one to many sessile or short stalked flowers are born. This is one flower, this is another flower, this is another flower. From one to many sessile or short stalked flowers are born on the rachilla. The florets may be arranged in alternate or opposite manner on the central axis. This is one flower. Flower is inconspicuous, minute in structure, hence it is called floret. This is the single spikelet. Okay. At the base of rachilla, two sterile scales are present. They are called glumes. This is the dissected flower. Here we will find out in this family exclusively different terminology is used to describe the flower. These are the two bracts which are present at the base of the rachilla. They are sterile. They are called glumes. Look at this. These two are glumes. The glumes are placed one above the other on opposite side. The lower one is called first glume and the upper one is called second glume. Both the glumes are boat shaped and sterile. That is important thing. Glumes are sterile. Above the glumes, a series of florets are present. Each floret has an inferior palea or lemma and above it is a superior palea. The lemma frequently bears a long stiff hair here. Hairs are generally, we will find out silky hairs on the geomais plant. Very beautifully they arise and they flow through the wind. So that is the silky hair. That is nothing but a lemma. Now coming to the flower in detail. Flower, bracteate, these are the bracts. This is the bract in floral diagram. And bracteolate also. Bracteolates are very minute and very thin than the bracts when they are fall off, when the flower comes to maturity. Sessile, important character, sessile. That's what the flowers are without stalk, they are arranged on the rachis. Sessile and incomplete. Incomplete and hermaphrodite and unisexual. In geomais, it is unisexual and irregular and zygomorphic and hypogynous and cyclic. In coming to flower, BR, BRL and sessile, incomplete, hermaphrodite or unisexual means sometimes according to the situation they may be produced sex organs, but majority they are unisexual. Example, geomais, and irregular and zygomorphic asymmetry and hypogynous means superior ovary and the cyclic. Now coming to the flower in detail, perianth. Perianth is nothing but here we cannot differentiate the calyx and corolla separately. Both are together similar look like, hence the instead of calyx and corolla it is homoclamidus, and the perianth is nothing but which is represented by membranous scales are called the laudicules. Here laudicules, look at this, these are the laudicules and these are the lemma, this is the palea. So represented by membranous scales called the lodicules. The lodicules are situated above and opposite the superior palea or may be absent. And in many lodicules are present ocalandra, and perianth are 2 or 3 in number. Now coming to the andrecium. Andrecium is nothing but which is consist of stamens. Usually stamens are 3, but here in this picture we are finding 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. 6 stamens are there in Oryza, in Bambusa. We are the pictures seeing here, they are Oryza sativa, rice pictures. So in rice 6 are there, like that in Oryza sativa, in Bambusa also 6 stamens are present. But majority members of the Poaceae, only 3 stamens are present. The number also varies. For example, one in various species, only one stamen is present in Androstis, Leptrus, Polyandrus, and in Androstis. These are the 2 genera which exhibit only one stamen, and they are polyandrous. Filaments are very long. Look at this. Filaments are long, and dithecous anthers. This is a single stamen. We will find out. This is one anther lobe and this is another anther lobe. Dithecous and versatile. Here one important character we have to look at. The attachment of the filament is very slightly to the anther lobes. It is slight point. The filament is attached to the anther lobes. That is called as versatile anthers, means they are freely hanging in the air. So anemophily is the common type of pollination which is occur in the Poaceae or in almost all the grasses. So coming to this, andrecium is a male reproductive part. Generally, andrecium consists of 3 stamens in majority of the Poaceae family members, but whereas andrecium consists of 6 in number in Oryza and in Bambusa, but only one stamen present in Androstis and Lepturus. And they are polyandrous, and filaments are long, anthers are dithecous and versatile, and linear means they are very thin, and exposed, they are exposed, and pollen grains are dry. This is about the andrecium, which is the 3rd whorl part of the flower. Now coming to the gynoecium. Gynoecium means this part. This entire part is ovary, style, stigma. And gynoecium is monocarpellary. According to some authors, it is tricarpellary, but common character is monocarpellary. Of which, if 3 carpels are there, 2 are abortive. Abortive means not functional, not fertile. And ovary is superior, where this one is ovary. And unilocular with single ovule. Here, look at this grain, seed, which is formed after fertilization. It is showing one single seed. And with this unilocular with single ovule, and basal placentation, very very important type of basal placentation, and style is very short, and bifid are divided into 2 branches, and sometimes in some cases style may be absent. Stigmas are 2 in number and feathery. We can find out some silky like hair feathers are present on the tip of the stigma, or maybe in some it is papillate, or it may be branch. So this is the gynoecium. Gynoecium is monocarpellary, unilocular, ovary, and superior, single ovule, and basal placentation. Style may be absent, or if it is present in short. Stigma is 2 feathery or papillate. So these are the floral characters of the Poaceae family. Look at here. This is the style, which is feathery and hairy. Stigma bifold. Stamens are here looking 6. Lodicules means these are sterile bracts. Peria, lemma, these are the small bracts which are fertile ones. Uppermost Ones are lodicules which have bear the flowers, and palia are lowermost one which are sterile. These are all present on the brachylla. This is the floral diagram. Bract, bracteole, and perianth lobes, and anthers here in this visible tree only. And this is the unilocular monocarpellary single ovule and with basal placentation grains, what we are eating in our daily life. So coming to the floral characters, inflorescence spikelet. Spikelet is having a central main axis that is called rachilla, and a compound inflorescence may be spike of spikelet in triticum, panicle of spikelets in Avena sativa. The spikelets consist of short axis called rachilla, on which one to many sessile short stalked flowers are born, and at the base of the rachilla two sterile scales are present, blooms. Blooms are placed one above the other. The lower one is the first and the upper one is the second. Both the blooms are boat shaped. Okay. Each floret has an inferior palea or lemma, and above it's a superior palea. The lemma frequently hears. Okay. Now coming to the flower. Handisham already we are discussed, and gynoecium is nothing but okay. Now coming to the fruit. What we are eating, our grain is nothing but it is a fruit. It is a caryopsis, and caryopsis is nothing but achene with pericarp completely united or adherent with the seed pod, or rarely nut. Dendrocalamus lo type of fruit is nut. In bambusa, fruit type is berry, and seeds are endospermic and containing a single cotyledon, and called that scutellum, which is a shield shaped and pressed against the endosperm. Scutellum is present in the endosperm, that is the important character. Now coming to the floral formula, zygomorphic and bisexual perianth consisting of 2 or 3 or 0 lodicules, and A3 means andesium consists of 3 stamens, superior ovary, unilocular, and this is the floral diagram. Look at this. It is anyhow, it is a little bit typical than other than the families. And the Poaceae is one of the largest family among all the monocotyledons as well as dicotyledons. Now coming to the pollination, grass family is a adapted for wind pollination. It is nothing but due to the attachment of pendulous system of see, look at this stamens, beautiful stamens. Attachment of this filament to the stamen is very slightly, and pendulous means like that they hang in the air. So versatile anthers. This leads to the wind pollination. There are no brightly colored, scented or attracted any floral parts. So there is no chance of animal pollination. Not there any other nectary or rewards animals for transporting pollen between flowers. Now coming to the main important thing here, we have to concentrate, that is economic importance of the Poaceae. This family stands first and foremost in respect of economic importance in whole of angiosperms. The staple food grains of the world is derived from Oryza sativa, rice, and Triticum vulgare, wheat, and Triticum aestivum, one more species of the wheat. The family has been divided. The family has been divided into on economic basis in number of heads. One is food, Triticum aestivum, Oryza sativa, Gia maize, Hordeum vulgare, Jowar, Sorghum vulgare, Jowar, jaw, and Avena sativa, oats, Penicetum, typhoidum, bajra. These are all cultivated for cereals as food grains. Now sugar, Shakaram officinarum, sugar cane, ganna in Hindi it is called as a ganna. It is cultivated for gur or good or jaggery or sugar. And not only that one, bambusa building material, bambusa tudla, bambusa vulgaris are used for scaffolding or thatching huts ante ఇంటి కప్పుల మీద వేయడానికి bambusa వను వాడతారు. Furniture, and furniture is nothing but species of Dendrocalamus and Arundinaria Melocolamus are used in manufacturing of furniture. And aromatic grasses. So coming to many grasses yield scented oils which are used in perfumery. Vetiver is generally cuscus mats which are used in summer season to prevent hot winds or hot glaciers. So generally people used to hang these Vetiveru giganteoides cuscus in a common name which is used as a window curtains or door curtains, and throwing some water on these curtains, the temperature will be reduced, and the scented perfume will be flow from the outside to inside of the home. So it is a commonly utilized grass. That grass is made into ropes or mats for the commercial product. Vetiver oil also obtained from the roots of cuscus. The roots are also woven into curtains. Okay. Andropogon odoratus, ginger grass, and lemongrass, Symbopogon citratus. These are all medicinally Ayurvedic oils which are used nowadays. Symbopogon martini, geranium grass, Symbopogon dwaracanus, which are give oil also. And medicinally Phragmites curca, Symbopogon skinonanthus, these are medicinally used to human beings. So coming to this economic importance, it is having large use family among all the flowering plants, and having lot of commercial and staple food we will get from this family only. Now some primitive characters are identified. A few plants are arboreal in habit. All florets are minute and spikelets are fertile. Blooms are persistent. Lemmas are herbaceous and leafy. Stigmas are free. In some cases, leaves are simple alternate, flowers are hypogynous, hermaphrodite, and seeds are endospermic. Some primitive characters we will find out. Not only that one, we will find out so many advanced characters in this family. Plants are mostly herbaceous, annuals, perennials. Leaves are exstipulate. Flowers are arranged in a distinct inflorescence. Flowers are small, inconspicuous, and zygomorphic. Zygomorphic is advanced than the actinomorphic. Inconspicuousness also one important. చిన్నగా ఉండడం అనేది పెద్దదాని కంటే advanced character. Flowers are very small. So instead of flowers here, the flowers are called as florets. Perianth is also represented by the lodicules. Instead of calyx and corolla, perianth is the part which is represented by lodicules. Stamens are reduced into three. So reduction and lowering of number, reduce the number is also nowadays treated as advanced character. Gynoecium is monocarpellary and unilocular, basal placentation, caryopsis fruit, and seeds are very small size. So coming to this, these are the some advanced character. On the basis of it is placed in top level among all dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Not only that one, we will find out so much staple food from this family, and aromatic oils are also available. Mainly our food, for the food we are depending. Our India, our country is cultivating rice is the major first crop. Why? Because agriculture is our backbone. So 80% of the cultivation is only economy for our India. So Oryza, Triticum, Mastivum, not only that one, so many other jowar, bajra, all these oats, these are all comes under the staple food for our survival, all belongs to this family. Hence the poaceae is having lot of economic importance among all the angiosperms, and also it is having a very precious among all flowering plants. So this is about the poaceae description. Thank you one and all for the patience. Listen.